Hey, what's up? Husman here, and this week's tutorial I'm going to show you a few cool effects to make your drops a little bit more interesting. The effects I'm going to dive a bit deeper in today are detuning and pitch effects, more specifically using automation to enhance certain parts of your drops and your drop lead. For this tutorial we're going to use Silent One, but detuning and pitch effects, they're available in almost any synthesizer. Now, what exactly does the term detuning mean? It's I guess somebody on the internet should know. Let's see. By detuning the oscillators, you make them run slightly faster or slower and go out of phase with relation to each other, making for a more organic, dynamic, thicker sound. Or just something horribly out of tune, depending on how much you do it. That sounds about right. And while pitch is pretty self-explanatory, it's a measurement about how high or low a note is being played at. Now, for this tutorial, I made a little drop. It's basically a kick from one of my Patreon packs, like one of those big kind of sub kicks, and a big distorted synth. Now, without the pitch effects and the detuning effects, it sounds like this. So the melody is quite okay, but it's not that interesting yet. Now the first thing that we're going to apply to this sound, we're going to put a pitch effect on mod envelope 2. With this effect, every time a note is being played, it will start on a lower pitch and it will glide towards the pitch of the note. The speed of this glide can be adjusted by tweaking the decay of mod envelope 2. This way you can make it or really fast or you can make it really slow. Next up, we're going to dive into the piano roll and we're going to apply some pitch effects on the beginning and the ending of each note. This way we can make the notes bend upwards and downwards. The next parameter that we're going to apply the pitch to is an LFO. We're going to do this really gradually. This LFO pitch trick you can make sound really bad, really fast. So you have to be really careful with it and don't apply too much gain. So it's really subtle and just give it that nice little screech kind of feel. That concludes everything that we're going to add to this sound pitch-wise. Now we're going to move over to the detuning. There's one note in this 2-bar loop that I really like to apply a detuning effect on, and that's the last note. It's a bit longer than the other ones. And during the time that this note is playing, I'm going to gradually increase the detuning, and then you get a really cool effect like this. Combine this with the panning effect that we used on last week's tutorial Thursday and add a cutoff filter to it as well. Then you get a really interesting blend and it will turn out into something like this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this week's tutorial Thursday. Now, next week I will be back with a new feedback live stream. Starting on Monday, you'll be able to send in your music once again. And I hope that I will be able to give you some valuable feedback. And after that, it's time for me and for all of you to have a really great Christmas and a new year. So I hope you like this video. If you like what I do, hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.